coerced into female sterilization, and yet you still want to have children, and they don't know. Someone is coerced into female mutilation, genital mutilation, and all in the name of culture, tradition, and they have no one to really, air out their voices because they fear that they will be, silenced, they will be, mocked. You get what I'm saying? So, young people, however young, 15, 19, but then there is that need, there is that purpose for your, raising of a voice. Why don't we come up and we also be like, yes, we are ready to also, back you up. You get what I'm saying? So that is one of the things that lead us to champion voices of young people, not only as networks, but even as we, the mentors, like he said, we can also do that. Instead of just mentoring, we can also, help them out. Because they might have a need, but then for you, you're focusing on mentoring them, build their capacities, talk to the people, but then they have something that is really, bothering them. And that is when you come up and you're like, we have to first deal with this. Then when we solve this, then I can mentor someone who will transition into a better leader. You get what I'm saying? So, when we come to implementation of policies that are favoring young people living with HIV or even young people, we are left out at some point. Because I realized that I was in Zimbabwe and during the, was it Ikasa? And they talked, I think they were trying to invite a person who is representing the young people. And I was really shocked when a gentleman who is close to 47 years old is standing up majestically and walking, and they're representing the young people. So I'm wondering, I'm like, so what about the people who are 20? What about the people who are 19? You get? So they don't really know what we want, but they are, happily representing, and they're going to say whatever they want to say. And I was really shocked that one of, was it the Minister of Health? He was even asking, what should I tell these people about these young people? And I looked, and he was asking the assistant, and I was like, okay, so you don't even know what you're going to tell them, you don't even know what you're going to propose for them, and you're representing the young people. And, so, and there is that, your network, there is the Zimbabwe network of young people living with HIV, and they're there, they have their proposals, they have their plans, they have their goals, but they don't have someone to push them, to fulfill them. So that calls for a need to champion a voice, to advocate for that right, to advocate for that need, to back up someone. And that leads us to, how do we champion voices? How do we do it? We can do it in many ways. First of all, now, let's say, for example, AY+, we talk to the country coordinators, we see how they are doing with the networks, how they are, how they are faring on, what they have done so far, what are the challenges they are facing, and then that is how we build on. For example, when like UNIPA, Uganda Network, I'll give an example of Uganda because that is where I'm from. Like, for example, when in Uganda, the Uganda Network of Young People, they have this Y+ beauty pageant. So if they have that beautiful initiative they want to bring up that is going to fight stigma among the young people living with HIV, I mean, why don't we stand up and be like, wow, this is a very good initiative. Why don't we just, lobby for, funds to support it, and it moves on. And that is what has been done. And it has brought positive effects. Many young people have seen the beauty of, realizing that they are also worthy, in society, not only in the society, in the country, in the whole world. I mean,